Hey, and welcome into the Big Ten Huddle. Darius Adams, the 2025 five-star combo guard and former UConn commit, is making waves in the recruiting world, and three Big Ten teams, Maryland and Michigan State and Indiana, are in the thick of it. Adams is set to visit Maryland this weekend, and the chatter around Michigan State's pursuit is heating up. First off, let's talk about Darius Adams, right? This kid is a 6'5" McDonald's All-American, ranked as the number 23 player in the 2025 class and the number 4 combo guard, according to 24/7 Sports Composite. I know this isn't my normal episode, just to interrupt really fast. And this isn't my normal episode on Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. As we enter the off season, I'm going to start doing more kind of sporadic content. I've been able to I've not been able to stick to the schedule so well. So subscribe for all the Big Ten hoops content and everything else. Let's get back to Adams. So back to Adams. He's a smooth, skilled guard with a knack for scoring at all three levels: threes, mid-range, pull-ups, you name it, he can do it. Adam Finkelstein is very high on him from everything he's saying. He really feels he has a good intrinsic feel for the game, good touch, repeatable shooting form. I agree with everything he's saying there. He's got a compact release as well that makes him a legit spot up threat, and he's shown flashes of movement shooting too. In the EYBL last season, he averaged 15 points a game, though his shooting percentage is 40% from the floor and 32% from three, suggests he's got room to grow. Still, his junior year in the EYBL, Scholastic saw him hit 41% from deep, so the shooting potential is there. He's also a reliable passer. He can make reads off screens, which makes him a great fit for structured offenses. Defensively, his size and basketball IQ are assets, but he's still filling out his frame, which could unlock some more athleticism and versatility down the line. All right, now let's zoom in on Maryland. We're going to look at both Indiana a tad bit, but more Maryland and Michigan State. The Terrapins under new head coach Buzz Williams are in a rebuild mode after losing every player from last year's roster. Williams has been doing a ton of work in the transfer portal, signing 8 players already, but the 2025 recruiting class obviously needs to improve too, as they lost recruits with Willard's move as well. Landing a 5-star like Adams would be a massive coup for Maryland and a statement for Williams in his first year there. Adams is reportedly visiting Maryland this weekend, which is a big deal. The Terps are pitching him an immediate playing time type of deal, something they can absolutely offer, giving their roster turnover. With Maryland's backcourt needing a spark, Adams should step in as a go-to scorer and playmaker right away. The question is whether Maryland's NIL resources and program prestige can compete with the other heavy hitters in this race. Still, getting Adams on campus is a huge step for them and could be the start of Buzz Williams building something special in College Park. Switching gears to Michigan State, though, the Spartans are all in on Adams, and the Buzz might be out in front right now. According to Justin Thinn's report on 24/7 Sports, Michigan State is making a, quote, very strong run, end quote, at Adams, and his sources say there's no clear leader, which bodes well for the Spartans if that is true. Michigan State was a finalist in Adams' original recruitment, losing out to UConn's Allure as they were back-to-back national champions. But now that Adams has reopened his recruitment, Michigan State is capitalizing on their prior relationship and pitching him hard on playing time and role. The Spartans need a backup point guard who can be behind Jeremiah Fears, be behind Fears. And the Spartans, Jeremy Fears. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The Spartans need a backup point guard to be behind Jeremy Fears, and Adams fits that mold perfectly. They're selling him on following in the footsteps of Jase Richardson, who developed into a star in East Lansing, just with some more point guard responsibilities there. And Michigan State's pitch is bolstered by their track record of developing guards and offering immediate minutes in a winning program. Plus, Michigan State's NIL offer is competitive with other schools, which is huge. I've even heard some people go as far to say that Michigan State is on par financially with everybody else. I got to admit, I feel a little skeptical about that. But if it's true, Michigan State is in great position here. Either way, Michigan State's, it sounds like they are being aggressive in pursuit here and clear. They have a clear need for him in the backcourt as a playmaker, and they are a serious contender here in my mind. I'm not sure if this works out or not. I think Jase was obviously a huge piece last year, but I'm just not sure how easily that would be to duplicate once again. We'll see how it plays out, but Adams is obviously a very talented player, and Tom Izzo knows more basketball than all of us. So far, from me, so I can complain all I want and say, but he's doing something right. We know Tom Izzo's doing something right. So why are Maryland and Michigan State rising in the recruitment? Well, for Maryland, it's about opportunity and Buzz Williams' vision. The Terps are a blank slate, and Adams could be the centerpiece of their rebuild. For Michigan State, it's about fit, history, and urgency. The Spartans have a proven system under Tom Izzo and a clear role for Adams and a desperate need to replace backcourt production. And after losing key pieces, both programs are leveraging Big Ten pedigree and the promise of early playing time, which is critical for a player like Adams, who reportedly left UConn over concerns about how many minutes he would be playing. Of course, Maryland and Michigan State aren't the only players here for him. They're not the only teams in this race, I guess you could say. Tennessee is a big player here, especially since they were a finalist in Adams' final or his first recruitment. The Volunteers are pitching him on a starting shooting guard role, similar to Chaz Lanier did for them last year, or the year before. Last year, whenever he was there. I can't remember now. Tennessee's depth is loaded with talent like Jacoby Gillespie, Nate Ament, which could be a double-edged sword. Great teammates, but potentially fewer shots for Adams. There's also concern that Tennessee could outbid other teams in this one, as they really want to. Alabama was rumored to be a front runner early on, but I've not actually heard much about them, so I think that was probably more of a guess by some people. And then North Carolina, Indiana, the other Big Ten team in it, and NC State have also reached out, with NC State being a bit of a dark horse here, since they were in Adams' original top schools. We don't have much information on Indiana, though. Adams did visit them back in 2023, and new assistant coach at Indiana, Drew Adams, was involved when Cincinnati was recruiting Adams. So there is a possibility something like that could happen there, but this recruitment does feel more like Michigan State and Tennessee battle. But we'll see where Maryland stands coming off the visit, and Indiana could push for a visit themselves. What's interesting is the market dynamics at play here in this situation. Adams' decommitment from UConn hasn't sparked the feeding frenzy you'd expect by some other programs and schools, right? For a 5-star, some speculate schools were hesitant to pay top dollar for a player who's seen as a risky bet due to inconsistent shooting and questions about his athletic burst. This could benefit Michigan State and Maryland, who are offering competitive NIL deals without breaking the bank or anything like that. Michigan State in particular might be capitalizing on a softer market in this situation for high school decommits, as they position themselves as a smart destination for talent like Adams and other recruits, since they prioritize keeping players around and getting them early playing time. So where does this leave us all, right? Where are we at? What's going on? If I had to say where we're at in all this, where would I say? I'd say Maryland's got Adams on campus soon, which could be a swing in momentum their way. They'll need that to happen on this visit. We'll see what happens. Michigan State seems to have the edge right now with their aggressive pursuit and strong pitch centered on role and opportunity. And Tennessee looms large in this situation, but their willingness to go all in financially is uncertain. Other schools like Alabama and NC State are in the mix, but the Big Ten duo of Michigan State and Maryland That duo right there is one to watch, while Indiana has a chance, but it seems slim for now. All right, that's the latest on Darius Adams. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Who you think will be the pick? You think it's Maryland, Michigan State, Tennessee, Indiana, North Carolina, somebody else? Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like if you enjoyed the breakdown and subscribe for more Big Ten Hoops content daily. Until next time, have a good one. We appreciate you being here.